Hi everybody, this is Anthony Carabache of the Professional Development Department at the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association, and I'm here to do a quick tutorial about the Ontario Educational Resource Bank. I guess the quickest way to get here would be to Google OERB, and don't go to the Oklahoma Energy Resource Board, but in fact come to the Ontario Educational Resource Bank, and you'll come to a page that looks like this. And login is pretty straightforward. You're going to use your school board's initials and the word teacher. So if it's TCDSB, if it's OCDSB, if it's HDCSB, and so you would log in using your board's initials, and then the password is actually OERBT. And once you sign in, you'll come to a page where they're asking you to accept their terms and conditions, and it's important to read what the permitted uses are. So authorized users may copy, distribute, display. This is important because within the course that most of you are taking with OECTA, we do talk about copyright and how much it matters. So this is giving you some license to use their material. This is what we call the splash page of the OERB. And the OERB has been around for I would think about 7 or 8 years now as at the time of this recording. And immediately you'll have some featured resources that you can explore. And I would encourage everybody to spend probably about 5 to 10 minutes just going through this page and looking at what's offered. But really the meat and potatoes lies on the right side of the page, which is the welcome. So here you'll see that you can search or share. So if you're a creator of a resource that you want to share and get out there, you can do that. Or if you want to search some of these resources, go for it. So we'll click on search, and you'll come to the OERB's splash page, which has been revamped over the last little while. So it's very clear and crisp. If you want to do a simple search, you just click on simple search and just fill out all of the requirements. So if you want English or French, okay, and then over here you'll see that you can have something that's TELO developed, and as you know, Technology Enabled Learning Ontario is the ministry branch responsible for 21st century learning and technology in the classroom. And they sometimes commission teachers to write materials formally, and so you can just add that and see what they've developed, or you can of course go through what has already been created by other contributors. If you check on include retired, that means some resources may be a little more, well, let's say seasoned, and if you need to find them, you can just click there and then type your search term. So perhaps you want something about fractions, you would click simple search, and then it would turn up all of the results that have to do with fractions. So here we have 151 results, and so I might want to add a few filters. So for example, very important here, if you want something that's interactive, your keyword will be Flash. So if you click on Flash, the format of these particular resources are going to be more interactive. And so here you start looking at what's available. So if you look at the very first one, you know that it's BL Grade 8 Mathematics, Unit 1, number sense. So let's preview it, see what it looks like. So this is a standard format that a lot of the work that TELO develops. It looks like this. They've got the overall and the specific expectations already laid out. And then here are the activities. So let's look at activity 1, factors, multiples, and exponents. And this is what a student would see. So here's the overview, the learning goals, the success criteria, here are the expectations, and then the action happens in the content. So if you look at the Khan Academy video here, so watch understanding exponents, and then after watching, write the power of 2 to 4 in expanded form, evaluate it. It's got a bit of interactivity there, but you would use your filter at this point and say, is that really what you want, or do you want something a little different? You can go and preview as many as you want, and then you can download whichever ones you want to keep, and at that point you would decide on how you would integrate that into your classroom. or into your lesson. There are different types of search here. There's the browse by curriculum. So we could, in fact, focus on the curriculum. Let's say, let's do a current curriculum year and type of board. Let's say we want to do Catholic, and let's do the Ontario. Now here we'll pick grade 6, and then it will automatically choose, it'll populate now a drop down. So perhaps we want to do science and tech. And now we can actually go so far as the strand. So let's do electricity and electrical devices and see what comes up. Now I can keep going. I can browse. I can, at any point, I can abandon the search and say browse. What happens is it'll create a new drop down, or you can abandon that specificity and just click on the black button. So what I'll do is, let's say I'll browse by strand. Now I went through and I did the expectations, but let's just browse by strand and see what appears. And I get 11 results, and 11 is a very nice and manageable result number. Now here, look at my file formats. Let's see if I can find some Flash. You'll see there are other filters. So for example, you might get to know that there's a certain creator that you have gotten to know and that you really like as a creator. Then go ahead and filter out that creator. There's also the resource type. So let's say there, computer activities, interactive learning resource, learning styles. So spend some time on those filters and let the technology work for you. Don't waste time going through it yourself. So I want to bring it down. I had 11 results. Now I'm going to bring it down to 6. And let's see what they look like. So this one's in French on science and tech. Here's another French one. Here's another English one. So let's preview a French one. And make sure your Flash is up to date and ready. So far so good. This is going to engage my audio, my visual learner.
Bonjour.
There you go. So it's got some really nice features here. I mean, it's a good starting point for anything, perhaps a hook that you may want to use with your students. So that's a curriculum search. There's also advanced searches, so you can spend time going through that. And of course, you can search for the TLO course units themselves, which I had stated before is that they're developed by the Technology Enabled Learning Ontario team, or they've commissioned teachers to create them based on a set of standards, and so that's all there for you. So that's the Ontario Educational Resource Bank. I encourage you to explore it, and maybe you'll find some really great nuggets of gold. All right, thanks for joining us, and good luck with the rest of the course.